Are you in a place that you are in real estate and you wanted to choose which brokerage it fits what you're looking for? You are in the right place.
We decided to look at statistical deep dive between Keller Williams and eXp because honestly, when I was first a real estate agent and we joined 4 years ago, these were my two ultimate options. My husband had a different one he was thinking about, but these were my two. But I looked at it through wealth, freedom, and long-term success and understanding which one is going to be best for me. So, and then you, again, this might be best for you, but what is best for you is really what's best for you. So we're just giving you what we got, the facts around here. And then it's your choice at the end of the day. Maybe eXp is the best choice for you. Maybe you love an office and you need to be in an office because that is where you work. Then that is what you do. But if you're a real estate agent wondering which one is going to grow your career more, you have to choose between in-person or cloud-based. And those are the biggest concern with people. But when you look at wealth, freedom, and long-term success, to me, eXp was the winner. Do you want to add anything?
Exactly. Therefore, I myself had the experience because when we wanted to start this business in real estate, I went one by one and then I had an interview with this. Therefore, I can tell you from my own experience that we actually structured here everything that you need to know if you wanted to make a decision between these two brokerage, Keller Williams versus the cloud-based eXp Realty.
And I will say, before I became a real estate agent, I actually read Gary Keller's book, The $1 Million Agent. I love that book, actually. I have it in my library still because it was a great book to talk about the industry, what I need to do. But at the end of the day, I had a choice and I chose eXp for a lot of different reasons. And a lot of it had to do with technology, commission, lifestyle. And for instance, the world is AI right now. I am in classes all the time on AI and I love it. This is something I get at eXp that it's just something I don't think any of my other brokers are getting as much intensity that I get when it comes to learning the new technology. And I am so grateful to be at eXp because I get to learn these things. And then commission is, of course, another great thing. It's not just an 80-20, which is, of course, a start, but there's also, if you're active, there's ways to talk about that 80-20 split and how that goes away and how you can actually get your money. But I love also the flexibility. We get to stay home, get to make sure that I don't have to go in an office. I'm literally taking my classes in my pajamas at home so my kids can be there. And I'm just going to be on silent if I'm taking a class. Talk to me about cloud.
Exactly. Therefore, eXp Realty really started from 2009 with a 25 agent. Now is very different from traditional brokerage because traditional brokerage is all about built to have an office, to have a different kind of location that agent that can go there and then start their business. In eXp, as my wife said, is all virtual. Means that you don't have that cost of the overhead of the office, or they tell you that how much you need to print per page for each listing or anything that you want to show for the listing or the buyer that you can. Therefore, this helps to many agents to actually lower the cost, and that's what we were talking about. When you start in eXp Realty, the initiation is just $149, and then after that, $85 for basically all of your CRM, eXp Word access. And now when my wife joined me, for her just became $50. Therefore, she's not even paying the 85. She's just paying less than that, which is $50 for all of the cost of the CRM, eXp access, and tech. From the split point of view, the commission, when I had the interview with the Keller Williams, they told me they have 70-30, and they suppose at some point in the future to do it at 20-80.
They do, at least our local brokerage have 80-20 now. So I will confirm that they have upped it to 80-20 because people were leaving. But it's still an 80-20 split. There is a $16,000 cap. I will again talk about how we get all of that back in stock very soon. But once you pass the cap, then you're talking about 100% commission where they're going to charge $250. That will drop to $75 once you hit your 20 after that. And then that monthly cost is going to include everything we talked about. All of the classes on AI are included that I'm learning. So I'm getting a lot for my dollar. So it's not just they're charging me for paper.
Exactly.
Now, another things to talk about are this. I'll let you talk.
Exactly. Therefore, another thing that we wanted to talk about, which is building wealth at eXp. Therefore, I think the model that translate for the eXp is like about the ownership, no? Because when you're working at the Keller Williams, you don't get a piece of a cake. Therefore, you don't own any part. But the way that eXp actually designed, that you become owner of the eXp through the a stock of the eXp. That's why we have a stock EXPI, which is part of the NASDAQ. And then for the first time, when you start and your first transaction that you have with your mentor, you receive also not only your commission, but $200 extra from a stock of the your brokerage, which is the eXp Realty. And after you cap, you receive another $400 worth of a stock from the eXp Realty, not mentioning that when you basically you get to the icon status, which is 20 transaction after your cap, you get all of that 16,000 that you paid as your cap portion, which is 80-20 split as a stock in different phase back that you can have the ownership again from the eXp Realty.
No, but Rev Share, when it explained it very simple. If you have brought your friend or somebody you talk to over to a company, you are going to just say thank you for joining the company. But at eXp, when you bring somebody over, you are going to get a passive share, mostly stock, but other systems as well, to where you are getting this passive income by just telling people about eXp. And people think that's the problem, but it's not really, because they're paying the agents directly to tell other agents. You're not just closing home. The key, my husband said the same, is you're building ownership into a company. There are 89,000 agents worldwide. About that, yes. 80 hours of weekly training. I just told you how I'm in classes all the time. Multiple ways of income. So it's not just transactions, but you definitely have a lot of transactions going on as well. And you have a lot of flexibility to where you do not have to be in an office at a specific time for a specific meeting. I can take that AI. If my kid's teacher says I have to come to class, I couldn't take that AI class I really wanted to take because I had to go see my kid's teacher. I got the recording so I could watch the class and still get all the information. If I miss an in-person meeting at an office, I'm never going to make that up. And I'm going to have to go see the teacher. So it's obviously I'm going to have to make a choice, but at least I now had an option to where I didn't have to be into an office. I could get the class later. Whereas Keller Williams, it would have been, if it wasn't for the modern world, would have probably been my choice. Tell me about Keller Williams.
Exactly. Therefore, Keller Williams, as we know, an interdependent model is they really established in 1983. My wife actually is a fan of that book, The $1 Million Agent. As she said, we have it in our library. And it is world largest real estate franchise by agent count, with the offices known as market centers. And they used to have actually a focused lots on the hands-on mentorship and local support based of their books. And the agent, they joined them long time ago. But when I tried to join them, they didn't have many anymore those hands-on mentorship and local support that they used to have.
Now, in our local area, it is now 80-20. However, I will say, if you look up Keller Williams, it is still saying at market centers is generally 70-30 in a lot of areas still. Your cap is going to be variable, again, based on that office, between 18, I think it was 12 here actually, right? Didn't they tell us low? I don't remember.
For us as a 12, but I don't think it was 12,000.
Maybe that was one of their offers they gave us. Oh, so 18 to 36, depending on location. Plus, you have to pay your franchise fee of $3,000 annual. So that's just one of the fees besides desk fees that you're paying. There's a post-cap benefit where once you hit your 100%, it's 100%, but you still have all those fees, the desk fees, the admin costs, the tech fees. So it's structured, it has lots, but there's a lot of costs in those locations. Talk to me about the difference between revenue and profit.
Okay, can you enlighten us by this for the revenue and profit?
I have been sat down and told that the profit share is very similar to the rev share, yet it is at its base is different. Now, when you look at profit, This means that somebody has gone through, what is profit? Is revenue minus expenses equals profit, right? Now, if your expenses are a lot, that means you have less revenue. So revenue is how much the place brings in. Profit is how much they're claiming after expenses. Now, those are huge differences because at Keller Williams, they do profit share, which means that they will distribute the net profits within that organization to those people. But eXp has a 7-tier based on revenue. So if you look at just how you tell other people about eXp and how you make money, the people who bring their friends over at eXp are going to make more money over time than a profit sharing simply by the base of math of revenue versus profit.
Exactly. And that's the revenue share really comes from that 80-20 split, means from that 20% split, 10% goes to the pool of the revenue share. That's how the agent, therefore really transaction happens of the people that they are doing real estate transaction. And from that transaction, 10% of goes to the revenue share pool.
And if up here at Keller Williams, and let's just hypothetically say everybody's getting a printer and they're going to buy a $200 printer. Well, then those are office expenses. Now, everybody got a printer. That's going to actually take away from the profit at the end of the year. So you can see when they do stuff, expenses are after revenue minus expenses equal profit. Now, let's just look at this but as a head on head. Office model cloud, I can go into the world. I can go into the world right now. I can go into the world on Saturday morning. I can go in the world Sunday morning. There's a physical office at Keller Williams. So there's, keys and a physical place, which is sometimes nice, but sometimes a lot. The commission split, you want to talk to me?
Exactly. Therefore, the commission is split, as my wife said, 80-20 for eXp. And you said that in our area, maybe is 80-22 at the time.
Right.
But to be 70-30. And the annual cap, definitely we have a difference. We have 16,000 for annual cap, which comes from 80-20 split. And by the way, for the 2.5% commission, this is something like a 3.3 to $3.4 million kind of property sale. And then revenue share, we definitely have a passive income with the revenue share that again comes from that 10% of 20% that eXp get from the agent for each real estate transaction. And we definitely have the public stock award, which I don't see that Keller Williams have it. And
also that monthly fee is $85 for the monthly fee, whereas it's going to be variable and it's based on lots of location and what the offices are charging. And training, I put 50, it should be 80 hours of training now. I told you I'm in intensive classes on AI. And then also when I look at Keller Williams, I know they have a lot of in-person. They have some online stuff too, but I know they're renowned for their in-person. The culture, I think, is different. People think eXp doesn't have culture. We have a lot of culture. I love going to eXp Con. We are definitely who you pick as your sponsor. It sets up a lot of your grouping. So I will say that how you join eXp sets up your culture in a way that's kind of fun. Whereas in Keller Williams, it's definitely going to be a local office, and you either get along with everybody in the office or you don't. And it's not just how you join and who your people are.
Exactly. Therefore, that was head-on-head basically comparison.
Sorry for that slide. I did not mean to bring the local market in, but it was just something I was looking at my own comparison. Then we decided to do a video. So let's talk about Prosperity Agent with us. If you join with us, you get all of us and we get our revenue. We get all of the upline at eXp. You also get Mike Gerard and the Wolf Pack where we decided to join. So you get all of his systems and we can attest that they definitely work. Plus you get all of our intensive extras as well. Because I really looked at him and said, what are we not getting? Add that. And again, Prosperity Agent, we're very, very active. So you can choose your path. You can choose eXp. You can choose Keller Williams. It really just depends on what you're looking for in your life and your career because everybody's choices are different.
Exactly. And it seems that this path that you put is not even flower or garden. It seems like a winter path.
I actually didn't think. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk to you. All of our links are in the description below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our video. And I can't wait to talk to you in person soon when you book a Calendly.
We are super excited and charged to help you with your success in real estate. And we are here for you. And thank you and see you and talk to you soon. Hey, Ray, how are you doing, man? Doing good, doing good. This was Al. That where you already moved out, or it's gonna happen today? Okay. Because Quentin just talked to me and says when I can go see the house. I said, let me call and see what we can see. So today or it would not be good. But in the future, like after today, I'm giving the keys to Jesse. So you can have them contact Jesse. I was trying to get stuff done beforehand. I'm running it down. So another copy? That were you? No worries. That were you thinking that you have why some good and hopefully Jesse also wins after that. Maybe. For my question also be that you texted me about the client wants that for he cannot you want the minimum that you can rent is 45 months. Oh. Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna talk to him and I'm guessing probably after you give the key, maybe in a day or two, we might be able to do it. And I told him to, do the application. That's what I told him. Yeah, now Jesse is a little funny, I apologize, like I already told him about you, Jesse, so here's mine, even though my dealer gentleman is waiting for a house, so it's not like somebody that's gonna have multiple credit and all that stuff. But his mine, he's not gonna really wanna entertain someone until he knows they do the application. And they're good to go. And they'll be, oh yeah, I'll show you the house, I'll show you the one. And have issues for either. Application and you never hear it. He's concerned. Oh, he's gonna do application. Yeah, so he's supposed to be serious, not to get the application first, and then we challenge Jesse and things. Yeah, I understand that. Because they're expecting people to take care of yeah, for sure. I'm calling right now and I will tell what exactly you told me. And, I only texted him your number and I told him that you are okay that him call you directly. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
We'll do it right now. I appreciate you, Ray. Have a safe, safe moving, and we'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you. Bye.
It's really good. Did you add here? Yeah, you're pretty on invasive.
الو جان سلام. خوبم، شما خوبی؟ پزشکی آره. امروز دوباره با دکتر قلب صحبت کردم که میاد باشگاه، چون هر روز میبینمش تو باشگاه. گفتم که خیلی آسپرین بخوره چه روزی بخوره، گفت کمترینش رو 81 میلیه. یعنی گفتش که کمترین سبکترین دوز آسپرین. فکر کنم مامانم داشته باشه، چون موقعی که اومد امریکا همون آره گفت اونو میتونه، گفتم کی بخوره، با هر موقعی که روز بخوره خوبه براش. حالا چه صبح چه بعد از ظهر، هر موقعی که یادش اومد اون آسپرین رو بخوره، همون آسپرین بچه میشه. اون دوزش 81 میلیگرمه. آره یه دونه در روز هر موقع روز که خواست. بعد بهش رو آره هر روز یه دونه بدواد. بعد چیزم برای کلسترول هم گفتش که روزاواستاتین خیلی خوبه، اگه دکترش نشده روزاواستاتین یه چیز خیلی خوبه، روش خیلی تحقیقات انجام دادن، خیلی جالب. آره دیگه گفت اون دیگه باید نگاه کنیم ببینیم کلسترولش کجاه، که چون من میدونست جوشی رو چقدره. داریم جلسه داریم. از گل کلسترول که شما چیز کن داری دیگه آزمایش رو من کلسترول داریم برو آزمایش
I think they're gonna say that it's not really public and whatever, that they're making public money. They're probably away. I wouldn't get my hopes up with that. I do gotta go though. I have a meeting in 30 seconds. All right. I'm back.
Who was it?
My cousin.
She's okay?
Yeah.
It's about Terry. Terry is okay now?
I'm looking for the link right now. How is your family? I know you're talking over there.
Huh?
How's your family?
I just called my uncle.
Alright, well, I just joined the meeting. I don't think he's here yet. But I'm gonna quickly come up there because I started the link.
Huh?
Paper meeting, 11 o'clock. You go to.
I'm just making coffee.
I know, I'll let grab my food. Here real quick, with 30 seconds.
Talking non-stop. Like I did the video, then I hop into the thing, and then we start doing 3 videos in a second, non-stop.
I understand, that's been our life lately, nonstop. It's good.
I just need to bring something.
I understand. I like you. With my classes that are nonstop,
So it's just like an with that movie.
and you do your video. Except for Google will give back to me.
You don't think that? You do that. All right, it sounds like you think
No, that's why I wanted to very. We're gonna look at it anyway.
it.